Good morning, everyone. I'm Angie Toman. I am the owner of Living Balance Studios here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And this morning, I am happy to bring you a PiYo class. PiYo simply being a combination of Pilates and yoga. So we're going to combine the two together and go back and forward between the two. Just a reminder as we do this, if you're using yoga breath, you're focusing on really opening up the lungs, expanding, breathing as deep as you possibly can. And nice big exhales. We want to breathe in through the nose. We want to breathe out through the nose. As much as you can, expanding and opening the lungs, and then exhaling and deflating the lungs. If we are doing Pilates breath, it's a stronger breath. It's breathing in through the nose. It's breathing out through the mouth, like you're blowing out a candle that's hard to blow out. And every time you blow out, you draw the abdominals in strongly, zipping the belly up. Think about those low abdominal muscles where the seat belt comes across. You want to draw into those, tighten them and engage them and strengthen them. So I'll be cueing you between those two as we go back and forward between Pilates and yoga breath. I want to take just a moment before we begin, as it is September 11th, and just say how grateful I am. How grateful I am to be an American, how grateful I am to our military, to our police officers, to our first responders, to all the people who come forward and take care of us during times of trauma. Obviously that day was a very traumatic day. I'm sure everyone remembers exactly where they were and what they were doing. We are in difficult times now as well, but again, just want to say that I thank God every day that I live in America and that I am an American, and so thank you. I want to also say that please remember to take care of yourself as you do this practice, that Living Balance Studios, nor myself, can be personally liable for any injuries that you might have as a result of this practice. So please, feel free to modify, feel free to adjust, and let's go ahead and get started. I want to start for a moment. If you have a tennis ball or any kind of ball or a spiky ball, at the studio we have what we call spiky balls that have little spikes in them. I'd like for you to go ahead and grab that and we're going to use this on our feet. So surprisingly, as much as we work our feet, sometimes we forget about our feet. We forget about giving them any love or any support. So we're just going to roll out our feet. There's no real right or wrong way to do this. I just want you to use any kind of little ball that you might have and just begin to roll it maybe around the arch of your foot, maybe stretching into your toes, maybe on your heel, whatever feels good to you. So why do we do this? Well, as I said, we abuse our feet every day. We're on our feet. We're constantly moving. We might be barefoot a lot, as I am. And yet, our feet get so little of our attention. So just offering your foot a little love, a little massage. Most people have heard of plantar fasciitis. That's where the fascia on the bottom of the foot gets very tight and tense, and it can be a very painful experience. I've actually had it myself. So, being aware of your foot and spending a little time each day, if you can, just massaging at your feet will go a long way in keeping your feet healthy. So as we're doing this, obviously you might notice it's It's a little bit of balance control as you do this. So we're already focusing on our balance. We're already giving ourselves a little bit of self-care, which is really important in our lives, to remember to take care of ourselves. You can't pour water from an empty pitcher. So you have to take care of yourself first and fill yourself up before you can take care of others. So let's begin with our yoga breath here. So again, we're breathing into the nose, opening up the lungs, just thinking about expanding your lungs as much as you can. And then on our exhale, we try to really empty out and deflate the lungs. And then again, inhaling, expanding and opening the lungs. And exhaling, emptying the lungs. As we breathe, we calm our nervous system. We slow our heart rate. We lower our blood pressure. And we let ourselves just land in our body and become present right here, right now, so that we can really enjoy and focus on our practice. So if you've done that little self-massage, take a moment and notice now your feet. It might feel a little different. Another thing about rolling out the feet is it's a very grounding practice. And what I mean by grounding practice is in our day when we get busy, when we have a lot going on, when we're watching the news and seeing all that's going on, a lot of times our energy starts to spiral and starts to get anxious and starts to lift us up. So massaging your feet and becoming aware of your feet brings you back to the earth, steadies you, centers you, and lets you come back and find your center. So from this space, from feeling your feet, turn your palms forward so that your chest opens, your heart opens. Close your eyes if you can. If not, just let your vision go soft. Let your forehead and your brow relax. Begin to connect, to deepen your breath. It might feel good to rock on your feet a bit. Looking for that place. Where do you feel centered and grounded and steady? Allowing yourself to find that space. And we're going to inhale and bring our arms up, stretching our fingers up to the ceiling. Lift your chin up. Think of lengthening your throat. So it's not collapsing in the back of the neck, but it's about lengthening and stretching. And then let's just bring our arms down to our side and allow our chin to drop down into our chest. So we're using yoga breath with this. So we're inhaling, expanding our lungs, lifting the chin, lifting the chest. And as we exhale, bringing the arms down, relaxing the arms. We'll inhale, take the arms up again. We're going to take our right arm and reach it down, lengthening it down to the side. And allowing yourself to bow over. So a nice long lateral stretch here. Just enjoying the side of the body opening up. And we'll come back up into our center. We're going to sink back into chair pose. drawing down. So imagine you're reaching back for an imaginary chair. You're pulling your hips back. You're lifting in your abdominals. If this is too much on your shoulders, bring your arms down to shoulder height. Otherwise, if you're working the strength in your back, lift your arms up a little more. And then come back up. And reach the other arm down. And bow over. Feeling a pull and a stretch through your body. We're just warming up the body a little here with our yoga breath. Reaching the arms up. Let's sink down into chair again. Feeling our legs. Feeling the strength. Feeling our feet. Inhale. Lift the chest up. Lift the chin up. Let's go back over and stretch the side body again. Enjoy how this feels. I'm going to add a little bit of joint work today. So let's circle the arm around. Let the arm bone roll through the shoulder socket as much as feels comfortable to you. Finding your range of motion. And then let's hold up and over again and feel that nice stretch. We're still using our yoga breath. We're going to reach up to the sky and sink back into our hips, into chair pose, reaching for that chair that's a little too far behind us as we pull our hips backward toward that chair. And then coming up and bowing over to the other side. Now let's notice this shoulder. What does it need this morning? Where is its range of motion? We're going to hold over to the side and deepen that stretch. Coming back up. One more time in chair. Now, option here, you can either just sink into your chair and hold here. If you'd like a little more, see if you can roll to your toes in chair balance, lifting your heels off the ground, pressing down into all 10 toes. Really feel your toes here, ground into them, strength of your legs, and then lower the heels down and come all the way back up, lifting to the sky, reaching way up. We're going to hinge from our hips and come forward into a fold. So this is forward fold. We want to drop in here. We want to release our head, release the neck. We want to relax around our shoulders. So let go, let your arms dangle. Knees can be bent any amount. Your hands may or may not touch the ground. If they don't touch the ground, you might want to hold on to your shins. But wherever you are, I want you to continue to take that nice, deep breath. Breathing deep. So again, our knees might be bent. They might be a little straighter depending on where your flexibility is. Let's move our head around. Checking in with the neck, making sure you're not tightening and tensing, but letting go of the neck. As the head drops you into this fold. And then from there, we're going to turn on our mat so that we can come down onto the mat and come into hands and knees. So let's bring our hands. We're going to spread the hands wide like starfish hands, opening up the hands right underneath the shoulders. Knees under hips. Let's tuck the toes if we can. Again, this just offers a nice stretch for the feet, for the arches. We want to, again, take care of our feet. And move through cat-cow. So we draw the tailbone under. In cat pose, arcing the spine up. And then we reverse, lifting the chin into cow pose. So let's exhale into cat. And let's inhale into cow. And let that flow with your body again. We're still in our yoga breath. We're still breathing deep here. All right, and then we're going to come to a space that's called neutral. So what does neutral alignment mean? It means your back is nice and long. We're not in extension and we're not in flexion. We're between those two places, lengthening out. Now here we're going to switch to our Pilates breath. So I want you to think of inhaling through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Zip up through your core. Think of drawing the abdominals in, wrapping your spine. We're going to take our right leg and extend it out behind us. Go ahead, point the toes down to the earth and take your opposite arm and reach it forward. This is spinal balance. Turn your thumb up to the ceiling. So thumb is up to the ceiling, toes are pointing down to the earth. And we're going to lower fingers and toes down to the mat. And then exhale, draw them up. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. As you lift on that exhale, I want you to think about your back muscles. It should be the muscles on the back of the leg and on your back that are bringing the arm and the leg back up. No momentum here. We're working from strength. We're going to hold this one up. Next thing is half skydiver. So we're going to squeeze the heel into our glute. At the same time, we're going to pull the elbow back and in. And then we'll stretch it back out. So as we're doing this again, we're thinking of back strength. We've got glutes working here. We've got space behind the shoulder blades working. We've got abdominals working to lift us and support us in our center. And one more time. Now I want you to pull it in and hold it here. Lift up and out of that supporting shoulder. Don't sag down into it. Lift up, get strong there. We're going to reach the left arm around behind us. If you can find your ankle, hold your ankle and give it a lift up. If you can't find your ankle, just reach your arm back so that we're stretching and opening that left shoulder joint. Now we're going to release the left hand and bring the right leg out to the side, like fire hydrant. And then from here, we're just going to begin to circle that knee. Big circles with the knee. So we're hitting the hip joint. Now moving around thigh bone, rolling around in the hip socket, and then reverse that. Take it the other direction. Hold it out to the side again. Lift it up. I want you to feel your hip here. Feel the outside of the hips. Both hips are working for you. We're going to take that leg and stretch it out straight. Are you feeling your hips? Are they strengthening? That's what we're working for. And then lower the foot right down to the side. And sink back as if you were going to child's pose, but we've got one leg out to the side, so it's offering a stretch on the inner hip. Stretch your fingertips forward. Can we get a little more length in the sides of the body and the shoulders? Connect again with your yoga breath. That might have brought your heart rate up. So let's slow it down. Let's calm the body again. And then we'll come back up. And go ahead, come all the way up from that, drawing the spine as long as you can. Think of a string reaching you through the crown of your head. We've still got the leg out to the side. We're going to reach the arms out nice and long and take mermaid from here. So mermaid is for our waist, our oblique muscles. We're going to stretch up and over. Give it a nice long stretch. And then pull it back through center. Reaching up and over to the side and pull it back through center. I want you to find length in the side of your body and then draw your strength back through center. We're using our Pilates breath with this. Now you can stay here. If you'd like more, clasp your hands. Inhale to the side. Exhale, make those obliques pull you back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale one more time. Inhale here. Exhale, lift. Grow, grow, grow. How long can your spine get? Bring the arms out. We're going to challenge our arms. Hand comes down right underneath your shoulder. You're either coming to your knee plank here, or you're coming to your full plank here, your choice. Yoga or Pilates breath here, whichever one feels right in your body. Think of lifting and zipping up in your center. Get nice and strong. Feel that strength in your bottom arm. Lift the hips up if you'd like a little more. See if you can hover your top leg. Again, that hits that hip. Drawing in. Lowering down. We're going to turn down into our mat. We can either be in full plank or knee plank. You choose. Our shoulders are lining up over our fingertips here. Again, starfish hands. Spread those hands out. Stretch them apart. Shoulders over fingertips. We're lifted. Thighs drawing up nice and strong. Think about your hip bones drawing in toward each other and lifting you right through that center space. And then from here, we're going either to child's pose or down dog, your choice. In child's pose, we're taking a rest. We're softening the shoulders and the arms, releasing the forehead. In down dog, we're pushing back through our arms, releasing our head through, drawing heels to the earth. This is your practice. Where do you need to be? What is your body asking for? And then if you are in down dog, take a moment, coming down to your knees, and join everyone in child's pose. Connect once again to your yoga breath. Open the back with your breath. Infuse the breath down into your spine. And then we'll round the spine out. Let's circle out the wrist. Move your fingers. Another place that a lot of times we neglect, our hands, our wrists. In yoga and Pilates, we build a lot of wrist strength. Helps with carpal tunnel. We build a lot of hand strength. But we also need to be aware and stretch them out a little bit. All right, so let's do the other side. So we're going to come forward. We're coming into hands and knees again. We're going to extend our left leg back. This should be your other leg from spinal balance. Again, toes are pointing down to the earth. We'll take the right arm and reach it out, opposite arm, thumb to the ceiling. Draw in, Pilates breath. We're tightening and engaging our center. We're going to lower fingers and toes to the earth. Exhale, make your back muscles draw up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, engage the back to lift. So we're working strong here. We're focused on slow movements that use the muscles to move, not momentum. Let's hold this one, finding our center and balance. And now that skydiver. So we're pulling the elbow back, using the upper back muscles, and we're squeezing the heel in toward the glute. And then reaching and lengthening out. Exhale, tighten and draw in. Inhale, how long can you get? Stretch in both directions. Exhale, engage and pull in. Don't forget to engage your abdominals. We need to support the spine as we work it. And then let's pull in, let's hold in. Let's remember not to sag down into the shoulder. Lift up, be strong there. Reach the arm around, stretching the shoulder, stay here. Or if you can find your ankle, grab that and give it a little lift. I'm still using that stronger Pilates breath. I want to draw my abdominals in so that my back is supported. Now I'm going to come back out to my spinal balance again. Nice and slow. Use your muscles to find your way there. I'm going to turn around again so you can see me from the front view. I'll bring the hand down. And we're taking that knee out to the side in fire hydrant. And we're going to begin to circle the knee. Again, we're moving around through the hip joint, moving the thigh bone around in it. And then maybe reverse. You might also begin to feel your hips again, waking up as you're doing this. And then the next time you come around, let's hold it out to the side. Give it a lift. Strength and stillness. Sometimes we forget that holding still can be very strong and very powerful. And then stretch that leg out. See if you can go for a longer lever. Even more intense. Hips talking to us. Stay with it. Work through the discomfort. Train your mind that yes, you can. And then lower your foot down. Take a deep breath. And lift up. Long spine. Reach the arms out. Stretch through the chest. Get nice and long. That should feel good. And reach up and over. This is Mermaid. This is from Pilates. Take a moment to notice your shoulders. I notice as I practice, my shoulders get more and more open. I get more range of motion. Just kind of noticing if that's happening for you. If you want to clasp the hands and make it a little stronger, you can do that. Your choice. Let's go one more on each side. Opening back up, we're going to that side plank. We're going to bring the hand down right underneath our shoulder. The other arm goes up. We might move the knee out a little bit and stay right here in our side plank with our knee. We might extend both legs long, stretching there. Wherever you are, think about your bottom waist Zip it up, draw it in, cinch into that. Feel strong in your bottom arm. Hold in your strength. Stay here. If you want that balance challenge, then you're going to lift the top leg. Hold your strength. Stay with it. You can do it. Stay strong. All right, we're going to turn down to our mat and come to forearm plank. So coming off the wrists, we're moving down into our forearms. Again, we might be in knee plank, lengthening out, or we might be in full plank, drawing core muscles in, lifting in our center. Let's bring the feet about hip distance apart, or the knees about hip distance apart. And from there, we're going to pike up just a little bit, drawing up and in into those abdominals, and then lowering down. So we'll squeeze up, think of engaging the front of your body, and then lengthen it out. And squeeze up, drawing in, and lengthen out. And squeeze up, big exhale, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lengthen. Now everyone, come down, lowering your hips down. We're coming to Sphinx. So forearms parallel to each other. Fingers again, spread wide. Lift the heart. Stretch your toes way back behind you. Lengthening out. Now your choice here, you can stay here, or you can go to serpent, pushing down through your hands, lifting up, giving your body a little bit more extension. It's a nice stretch for the abdominals here, but pay attention, this might be too much on your low back. We're going to lower down from that. Slowly bringing yourself down to the mat, reaching around behind you, find your right ankle and pull it in. Now, if you can't reach your right ankle, maybe you can grab your pant leg or a sock or the back of your foot, but just drawing it in however you can. We're opening up. This is your quadricep, those big muscles on the front of the leg, opening those up and giving them a stretch. Connect with your yoga breath here. Let's breathe deep. Let's bring the stretch. And then releasing through that leg. Let's switch sides. Again, reach wherever you can reach. If you can't reach at all, when you're doing this another time, if you want to get a strap or a tie or something, you can wrap that around your ankle and just use it to pull in and draw you into this stretch. Kind of experiment with this, maybe lifting the knee a little. If you engage the glute, it pushes that hip bone down into the mat. Always experiment in your poses. Always find how it works in your body, what your body needs. And then gently releasing that. Let's bring hands underneath our shoulders. We're going to back up into cat pose. Probably feels good on your low back after all of that extension. We'll flex and open. Maybe wave your hips side to side. Stretch the hips a bit. And now we're going to go into something called tadpole. So it's just like child's pose, Except when you go into it, you're going to go very wide with your knees. And your toes are probably not going to be together. They're probably going to be more apart. So what we're looking for is a stretch on the adductor muscles, the inner thigh muscles, as we draw back. Other than that, it looks like child's pose. So it's just a very wide-legged child's pose. And once you're down there, you want to release the hips, softening in, stretching into the inner hips. Let's slowly come up. So let's take one more down dog. Let's spread our fingers wide, tucking our toes. We're going to move back into our down dog. Releasing upside down. Letting the blood flow to your brain, nourish your brain, wake your brain up this morning, preparing it for your Friday morning. And maybe pedaling this so that each calf and ankle gets a little deeper stretch one at a time. Focusing your attention, being deliberate in your motion. Again, it's about being present. Stay here, stay present with your body. You'll have plenty of time for your day when you get done resetting and recharging yourself. All right, if you'd like an arm challenge here, walk your feet about halfway forward. So close your down dog up and then shift your shoulders up over your wrists. So imagine you're going to go to handstand here. Draw your abdominals up and in so it sends your hips up, almost as if you're just going to float your feet right up off the ground from here. Now this may be too much for you, so if so, stay in down dog. If you'd like a little more arm strength here, just to feel that power, the strength of your arms and shoulders and hands and wrists. And then from there, we'll lower down to the knees. And come a little forward on your mat. We're going to sit down. And plant your feet in front of you. We're going to take a half roll down. This is a Pilates move. We can bring arms in front. A little more work is arms a little higher. A little more work is hands cradling head. So wherever you want to go, we're going to draw the tailbone under, rounding the spine, and go to that place where you really feel the abdominals engage and grab a hold. And be right there. Again in our stillness. Can we still breathe? We're inhaling through the nose. We're exhaling through the mouth. Each time we exhale, we're cinching and tightening around our center. Your center is your powerhouse. It is the place of confidence. It's associated with the color yellow. So I always think about the sun. Think how powerful, how strong the sun is. Can you be that strong? All right, from here, let's lift up, straighten the spine, lift your chest, lift your chin. We're going right back to that same position again. And we're going to pulse it. So just little tiny pulses. If this is becoming too much for your back or your core, just lift up a little bit higher. Don't go quite so far back. And bring your arms out in front. Makes it a little easier. but stay with it. You can always stay with the exercises. You're simply modifying them. Again, find your knees, lift up. Draw the chest through, lift the heart, lift the chin. All right, one last thing, you can do this. We're going to go from a straight spine here. So we're hinging back. Now, you can always hold on behind your legs to support your back if you need a little more support. Otherwise, bring your arms out in front. We're lifting from the low back, we're lifting the chest. We're going to twist, so we're going to reach off to the right side and then pull it back into our center. Reach off to the left side and pull it back to center. Keep going. Notice your feet. Plant your feet. Don't let them float up off the ground. Notice your thighs. If you're feeling your thighs, it means your legs are trying to help you. Try to take it out of the legs. Try to let your back and your abdominals and your waist support you. Last two. Hold on, lift up again. Take a nice deep breath, maybe a big sigh out. What do you get to let go of? Let it go. Let's leave it behind this morning. Bring your legs out straight. We're gonna roll it down, all the way down. Nice slow roll down. This is a Pilates roll down. Choose again where you want your arms. Once you're down, arms overhead, legs reaching long. Take a nice deep breath in. Let's draw the right knee to our chest. Draw it to you. Soften it in. Let's take the leg up toward the ceiling. The knee can be bent a little if that feels right. Gentle pull to you, opening the glute, opening the hamstring. Let's move around on the ankle. Notice that joint now and bring it movement, attention. Bend the knee. Let's guide this knee over across our body to the left side. Our right arm is going to go out and just open up to the side. Your leg may or may not come to the ground. It doesn't have to. Just looking for where the twist feels best for you. As we begin to let go of the effort of our practice, we're going to breathe nice and deep. Try to lengthen your exhale, making your exhale longer than your inhale. Again, this will calm and soothe your body. We'll slowly unwind the spine from that. As you release your leg down to the mat, soften into your back. Let it reorganize itself along the mat. And then we'll draw the left knee to our chest. Trying to really relax around the hip. Take the leg up to the ceiling. Give the leg a gentle pull, finding a bit of a stretch here. Move around through the ankle. As we slow down, it's easy to begin to move into your day, planning, listing, worrying, solving. Let's bend the knee. Try not to. Try to stay right here, right now. Give yourself these last few minutes. The day will still be there when you get done, but you'll get to come to it at a more centered and balanced place. We're going to guide the knee over to the right side. Now our left arm will just go out in a T position out to the side as we gently begin to draw the left knee over our body. You choose how much twist you want here. Listen to your body. Maybe you turn your head the opposite direction of your knee if that feels good. Again, we're using that deep yoga breath. All right, we're going to unwind again. And once again, we release the leg out. Let your spine realign. If your body feels good here lying flat, do that. If that is too much on your low back, then bring your feet to the ground a little wide and just let your knees dangle into each other. Close your eyes. Take another deep inhale. And as you exhale, release and unravel. I want you to stay in this pose, Shavasana, final relaxation, for as long as feels right to you. Give yourself the gift of these minutes of relaxation. I want to remind everybody that Living Balance Studios is opening this Monday, September 14th, for group classes. So please go on our website and sign up for classes that you would like to take. I wish you blessings on this Friday, September 11th. I wish you blessings through the weekend. And I wish you blessings through the rest of your year. Thank you for your practice. Namaste.